You're glad to see us.
Let's try that again properly. Hello, welcome to Midnight ISO. This is Rome Total War from 2004. I like these kind of games, as you might guess. And yeah, it's been a long time since I played this game, so I thought, let's give it another go. I've recently played through Total War Medieval 2, which is admittedly newer than this one, but I was left with a desire to replay these. So let's get on with it. Okay. Let's go. We're going to go with House of the Julii. Very. Come on. Well, it feels like it. Oh, here we go.
Gods. I hate Gauls. My grandfather hated them
2004
too,
graphics.
even before they put out his eyes. Did you think I'd be out here on the frontier without good reason? Yes, Rome needs a strong frontier. No, Rome doesn't need unwashed barbarians at her gates. So, that's why I'm here.
The glory of Rome!
The leader of the Julii, to bring Roman order to stinking Gauls. Revenge?
Hey,
That'd be good too. This
war
war against the Gauls won't last long.
YouTube, you feeling
And
alright?
when it's done, I've got plans. This is all about power. Power in Rome. Going down that road means dealing with all my rivals. The Senate,
Cry havoc and let's
the
lick
Greeks,
the dogs of war.
those Carthaginian elephant riders, the Scipii and the Brutii families too. After all, the man who controls Rome.
How you doing
rules
this
the
lap? So
world.
you alright?
And one day, I will be emperor.
Oh. The internet's down on your PC. I can only suggest check your network settings or your Wi-Fi card or your LAN card or something like that. Or if not, if it's networking, there can be so many problems. It can be Ethernet cables, it can be Wi-Fi signal, it can be just a reset. It's mad, isn't it? I hope you do get it fixed, man. I really do. In the meantime, you're welcome to join me on your phone for some
Orders!
Total War.
Prepare for battle! Besieging settlement, sir! Settlement under siege, sir! Orders!
No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted him to join that one.
Besieging settlement, sir! Settlement under siege, sir!
Okay.
General, Imperator, move out!
Okay, let's build some stuff. Yeah, it'll do that. So you're coming over to GT7 again, are you? Sweet. It's still a pain in the butt, that game. For the lag, it's terrible still. But it's getting better. It's slowly getting better. Been racing in a league with SRF and Sabre for the last couple of weeks, and I've been doing alright. But the main thing is trying to get a consistent internet signal, which is tricky. Even though I've got fairly good internet. So, you know, that's just GT7 for you. I'm glad you're doing well, mate. And it's good to see you popping up on the screen.
Yes. I shall speak with them at once. The move's depleted, sir. Aye, Captain.
We don't need a navy, we need to save a lot of money this early in the game. So these are my three cities. So what's that? Arretium or Amium? Was it one of my two cities actually, isn't it? Shit. So yay!
At your service. Searching for
Yeah, these are my two cities, with soon to be third. So let's face it, they're not going to stand the might of the Julii house. They might. And that's one of the early things you need to do in this game is get yourself some trade rights and get some money incoming.
Your Honor.
So there's that done. Let's go north. I reckon about there.
Your Honor. Out of moves.
Orders! Orders! March! Joining forces!
One more turn and they'll be mine. We're going to improve the infrastructure first. The first thing we're doing is building some roads and going from there. So what have you been doing with yourself, Lapser? Did you have a good visit from Mr. Cohen?
Rome has conquered!
Wants me to get that
Sir.
sort of.
Your honor. Out of moves, sir. Out of moves.
You get some weird missions from the Senate sometimes. Ah, I've been granted 5,000 denarii. Nice. Okay, so the House of the Brutii have declared war against the Greeks. Wonderful. Nice. It's good to have that though sometimes, mate, isn't it? Just chill out with some friends. That's good, mate. Okay, this early in the game, it's not exactly the most thrilling thing, but we just get on with it. Good man. Well, I'm glad you had a good time, Flappy. And I bet Mr. Cohen did too. What did you get up to? I usually take people down to shoot some pool, some sites around the area, you know, and whatnot. But I was curious
Noble master,
what you two got up to.
I shall speak with them at once. At once, out of moves.
We are building. Why don't we make another diplomat and one go east, one go west? Yeah, let's do that. That'd be a good idea. What are the worst ones I've got here? 4 and 3, 8 and 18. Wow, that archer is shocking. Yeah, that archer can go. Jesus. I mean, that was bad. Oh, I may have forgotten that. Ooh. Yeah, I still got the hotkey set up. I'm going to be using the keyboard. This is going to be interesting. Ah, the Copenhagen.
Your honor, without delay.
Did you take him to see that really, really famous
Your honor,
mermaid statue?
moves depleted, sir.
Unfortunately, there's very little I know about Copenhagen other than what they've done on Top Gear. What's Copenhagen on this? Yeah, somewhere there.
Noble master, I shall speak with them at once.
You had the right idea then, mate.
Your honor, no more moves.
Yep. That one I did know. But I'm not going to say it was, I was certain of it. I was like, please be the... please be the mermaid one. Otherwise I'm going to sound like a right
With them at once.
idiot.
No more
I do
moves.
most of the time anyway, besides the point. Okay, I know there's going to be some land over here that I can nick. Need a port there first. I'm going to try and aim a couple of cities at building troops and others at pure economic levels.
Your Honor. At once. No more moves.
Oh, got a Gallic spy in my ranks. Can't build assassins yet, so that's annoying. So we send our diplomates? Yeah, we send our diplomates out. Because they are diplos that are mates.
Noble master.
I don't know what I'm on about either.
Without delay, I shall speak with them at once.
Hmm. There you go. I bought a city.
No more moves.
That was easy. Diplomates. I'll have you know that's a real term. It's not.
Your Honor. No.
It is now. One thing I've learned on these games is make sure you upgrade all of the health-based amenities, like the sewers and all that, because as soon as you get the Black Death come through, they all just go drop dead. And you at least have some health bonus, so you recover a lot quicker. Look at these sweet 2004 graphics. Actually kind of hurt my eyes a little bit. It's not horrendous, but it's just like, whew, this feels odd. Oh, Miss Mandy Moo there as well. How are you doing, sweetie?
Awaiting your command. I shall speak with them at once. I shall speak with them at once. At once.
What you been up to, Miss Mandy? I'm doing better, actually. I mean, I've had a stinking headache all day. But other than that, I actually feel a lot better than what I did earlier in the week. And my lungs have calmed down, so I'm no longer coughing my guts up, which is quite nice. So I can't complain too much there. And I thought I'd play an old game for today. I tried to play a little bit of GTA earlier on, and I just couldn't handle it. So I'm obviously still not 100%, but getting there. Oh, I bought it. I had noticed you weren't streaming. I was hoping you were alright, but I hope you feel better soon, sweetie. And we have the Flapster here as well, who is just right up there. Have you still not had your injection that you've been waiting for? Or are you just not feeling yourself, I'm afraid?
Yes.
Yeah, I know what it's like though. If you're not feeling yourself, you don't particularly want to stream. And I mean, that's where I've been for the last, frankly, couple of weeks. Have been more like, I can't quite face it at the moment, but I thought I'd come and give it a try today.
Without delay. Can I be of service? I shall speak with them at once. Moves depleted, sir.
Oh, sorry about that, sweetie. Hope your mum's alright. I know it sounds bad, but at least if she's in hospital, she's in the right place. You know, at least seeing the doctors that she needs to be seeing. So, you know, it's better than sit there suffering. At least you got your injection too, so that's a positive. I know when in the grand scheme of things, having to go into hospital and all that isn't great, but again, seeing the right people and doing the right thing. Ooh. It's always tricky when you don't know what it is as well, isn't it? It's like you had an allergic reaction to something. Something. You're like, it's not ideal. And as Blappy says, send you the heart. Oh Christ, we've got a few down here are obviously, a few of my generals who are obviously,
Orders, General!
how do we say, multiplying.
Move out!
At your service.
Let's send a spy into one of my rival towns.
General! Onward! Build tower! Onward!
Build some
No more
watchtowers.
moves, sir. Orders? Forward!
All along the watchtower.
Build tower! Move out!
Was hoping to do a short stream today, but my PC says 25, so no. I get it. I know it's expensive, and I know I often have really expensive solutions for what is little problems. But if you look behind me, you can see this little pipe here. This one right... Sorry, this is backwards from where I am. How do I do this? That pipe there. To my right, there is a little air conditioner which is blowing hot air out and cold air in. Honestly, it's a godsend. I mean, I'm sitting in this heat and I'm not even feeling it, which is what it's designed to do. So all I can recommend is if you can either stretch your budget to a big fan or an air conditioner, which unfortunately is not cheap, but think of it as an investment. I bought that about 3 years ago and I've used it every summer since, and I've not died from heat exhaustion once, which is fantastic. I do honestly
General!
highly recommend them. I mean, the biggest problem is you've got to run a pipe like that. I mean, to me, that I could just run that down the side of my bed. I just haven't done it yet because I keep moving things around, so I keep refusing to
Sir!
permanently plumb it in, as it were. So, I was thinking, it's warm, do I want to stream? I'll just put the aircon on. Job done. He wants me to blockade a port. Go and blockade it yourself, you losers.
Awaiting your command. I shall speak with them at once. I shall speak with them at once. Sir, without delay. Without delay.
ashore! Sir! General! Forward! No more moves, sir!
How's that in enemy territory? Oh, it's mine, this one. Oh, it is.
Orders! Forward! Out of moves, sir!
Oops.
Imperator! Orders! Forward!
I'm accidentally in enemy
Aye,
territory.
Captain. Aye, aye, Captain! Aye, Captain!
But yeah, seriously, air conditioner, godsend. Okay, I wish the goals would stop sending spies into my cities. It's getting annoying now.
Imperator! Onward! Build tower! Onward! Out of moves, sir! Imperator! Forward! Build tower! Move out! No more moves, sir! Build tower! March!
Okay, we're going to keep this city at a low tax rate, so the lower the tax rate, the higher the population growth. So basically, the lower the tax rate, the more children you have. So it's great for city expansion. It's quite bad that, historically speaking, emperors, kings, gods, well, the self-declared gods, declare themselves as such, and declare people and children as a commodity. But it's how ancient civilization worked. The more children you have, the more men you can have for your armies. The more women you can have for breeding said men. Ancient logic. It is something I'm glad we've moved on from as a civilization.
March! Out of moves, sir!
This is an old game. This is from 2004-ish. It's one of the Total War games. You have to build up your cities on the map, and then you have to fight battles against other civilizations. I'm also playing as one of the families of Rome, the Julii. There's a Julii, the Scipii, and the Brutii, and then the SPQR. SPQR is the Senate, which is actual Rome, and you have to take over the map. And for me, I must control at least 50 provinces in the next 277 years, which is like half a year a turn, so that's like 554 turns, or 554 turns. You can literally do like one or two things a turn until you start fighting each other, and then you have to fight battles on the map with all of your forces, which you can send to the other towns, declare war. It's like diplomacy, economics, history, and strategy all into one. I love these games. I mean, it's very different from what you've seen me play before, which is all action, all go, all driving, but I could sit down, just mouse and keyboard, and play this all day. And this is the first time I've actually streamed it, because I find it, therapeutic is the wrong word, but I chill out. I mean, I don't have to worry too much. It's just
Orders!
get on with it. Just enjoy yourself. It gets a little bit more tense when you start getting invaded. But yeah,
Yes. Without
that's fairly
delay.
obvious, isn't it?
Without delay. Without delay. Your Honor.
Yeah. Looks like I can't get my diplomat over the sea. That's going to be interesting. Alright, so let's bring him back via Marseille and all that. But the other games like this are Civilization and whatnot, which I adore, but I've played them to absolute death. 3, 4 and 5 in particular. And I'm going to have to learn how to play number 6 at some point, because I'm late to that particular show. But yeah, I'm going to have to. I mean, when I first bought 6, I was playing on my PC, which needed upgrading. I know it was a 7700K and a GTX 1080,
Out of
but
moves.
while trying to stream it as well, it didn't play very well, and I got very fed up with it very quickly. And now I've obviously upgraded it to 1200K in the 3090. I have power and some, so I can probably sit there, learn it, and have a bit of fun with it on max settings as well. First world problems, eh? One thing I do like about this is I study classical civilization for an A level, and it takes me back to that sort of time, reading the Iliad and various works of Homer, and I don't mean Simpson. I've seen some of these terms that are flying around, like consul, praetor. What else have we got? Well, Caesar was another good one. And every time you go through a loading screen, it gives you a different quote from some ancient general like Sun Tzu or something to that effect. But the one I mentioned right at the start is "Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war," which is Julius Caesar. I've seen you play Steep. I've seen you stream it.
Noble master? For honor. Out of the moves.
When I see Steep though, I always am reminded of 1080 snowboarding. I mean, don't get me wrong, I absolutely know there's a difference between games of the same genre, like Gran Turismo, Forza. Very different in the application to the same thing. But I need to play Steep before I can differentiate it from 1080 or SSX. Right, let's lower the tax rate for this one. Get it to expand. Remember, lower tax rate equals more children. Feels like something that Bismarck in Imperial Germany would say. Oh, Flappy, did I just see you come back to Twitch?
Sir.
Okay, we're now heading one of my diplomates into the Ukraine. Modern day tricky thing to talk about.
Awaiting your command.
Oh, they're breeding again. You always want to leave a general in charge of a city with a younger general to take over for when they die. Because they will. Usually assassinated. Alright, we're going to lower the... Let's lower the tax rate everywhere. Just get our... We'll set for the main one because that's making lots of money. But we are now getting lots and lots of high birth rate. Why does it Senate always want me... The weirdest possible route to making war and whatnot. Why are you sat there, you idiot?
Sir! Onward! Move out! Build tower! Onward! No more
Back in
moves,
there.
sir!
So it wants me to declare war on people.
Awaiting your command. I shall speak with
How about you
them
just
once.
give me the
Out of moves.
city we just get past the war. Eruption at Etna. Not good. Ooh. That's not good for the shipyard. At some point I'm going to have to start thinking about expanding my military, but that'll be next ish. We'll give them an upgrade just to make sure they're at their full capacity. I played a lot of SSX. Steep was my substitute for SSX 3. In fact, and Steep is really good, but SSX is like Mario Kart and Steep. Oh! Okay. So, a little bit like... I'm going to use the same branding for ease of description here. You got Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon. Mario Kart. Sim racing. Okay. It was a weird brand of games a couple of years back. I want to say a couple of years, probably 10, 20 years ago. But we had like football like Pro Evo and FIFA, or whatever you want to call them these days. And there was football tricky or football. I can't remember its name, but it was like street football. Like you were playing it in a
Honor at once. Moves depleted, sir.
like a tennis court is the best way to describe it. And you can do all sorts of tricks and all that sort of thing. It was just really weird. I had a mate who loved it. Ooh. Went a bit too high on the old taxes there. Manius Julius has gotten married. Good for him. Okay, so the Gauls are starting to get a little bit antsy with me now. They start to demand things of me. So I'm going to start upgrading my military just a little bit, I think. Otherwise we're going to end up in war with me with no way of repelling them. But we're building some archery-based stuffs. So we'll do that as of next turn. There's lots of bargaining and ally stuffs.
At your service.
I need to think of a better term other than the word stuffs.
Waiting.
There's a lot of stuffs going on. Diplomatic relations. Let's do that. Let's say that.
We're besieged!
Oh, we're besieged. That didn't take long. I should have started building them then. Okay, here we go. Now, who have they attacked? Of course.
Damn, I'm good!
Move out! Ambush in place! Attack!
Okay, who am I fighting? Okay, they have some swordsmen, some warbands, and some warhounds. Do you know what? Let's do this fight on the map. So we got 600 men, 750 men. This is 300. This might be a little bit of a whitewash. Excuse me.
Today we go into battle against...
Oh!
Await my orders!
Oh, that's not right. Them graphics is a bit weird. Ooh. I'll turn shadows off. Ah! Hooray! There we go, that fixed it. 5 minutes until you're back on then, mate.
Battle group! Units! Form up! Units! Units! Guard position!
Right, where?
Units! Signal line!
Your reinforcements have arrived! This is hopeful news indeed!
General! Forward!
Okay. Oops, I accidentally made my generals flee by pushing the wrong buttons. Okay, okay, you can't use the WASD on this to move, so I've got to use the up, right, left and down. We're learning. It looks like the general's going to the north. Speed us up a little bit. Let's give us double speed. Where is he? There he is. We're not running, I'm just speeding it up. You can see, okay, I can now see what we've all got, and none of them look to be ranged. So I can probably just sort of sit there throwing spears at them for quite a long distance. We actually thrown. Okay, there's been no deaths or battles yet between any of our forces. Apparently, these guys are hidden behind trees. Oh no, it's hidden in the long grass. Apparently, they have to be really close to be able to hit anyone. No worries, Miss Moot. Okay, this isn't going very well for my lot. Hey, welcome back, man.
The enemy general is running away. This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond belief.
Oh, we're literally fighting dogs. How they got these dogs to follow orders, I'll never know.
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear.
This is
and now
madness.
They flee.
No, this
Oh,
is
Rome, be
Rome.
amazed.
Doesn't have the same sort of ring to it, does it? I don't care.
Imperator!
That means I can now attack these dudes for attacking me, so let's do that. Right after I pop back to my city and refresh them. Hey! Oh, so you were just listening to my fabulous voice this entire time? Ain't you sweet? Love you too, man. I can celebrate our first win with a drink. It's not alcoholic, but it's still a drink. Cheers. Thanks, man.
Imperator! Move out!
First, we retrain our... Oops. We retrain our soldiers, and then we make more. Hashtag high birth rate. Ooh, this city's upgraded a lot. Okay, so we are going to go... We're going to do the same thing we always do. Build up the infrastructure first. Just because that is what is sensible. Yes, we'll do that. So that city's moving along nicely now. Ariminium, that one. I think I can see why Latin died out. We are going to add a little bit more army size to all the cities, I think. So the last thing you need to do is be caught short in this game with a lack of armies. Yeah, so he's like he's heading south. Vidi Vidi Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. Or the other one, Vidi Vidi Velcro. I came, I saw, I got stuck. And you'd be surprised at how proud I am of knowing that. Honestly, I'm making myself giggle, Vidi Vidi Velcro. Oh dear. Carpe diem. Yes, fish of the day. I know that's not what it says. Rocky V. I prefer Rocky 5 personally.
Attack!
Let's have another battle. I don't do all the battles on the map. Sometimes I just go auto. Because if you know it's going to be an easy battle, there's no point doing it. Although sometimes it is nice to wipe the floor with the other ones.
These Gauls do not need your fear. Units! Await my orders! Units! Units! Position! At will! General! Units! Group! Units! Guard position! Signal line! Signal line!
Look at those magnificent Romans. Each and every one of them are Rory Williams. Wait, there's Doctor Who, isn't it? So whoever takes of Pandorica. Can't remember the rest of that quote. As you may guess, I do like a little bit of Doctor Who. I mean, there's a slight possibility there. Doctor Who? There's one bit at the end of season 6 where the blue head guy, I can't remember his name, he's just going Doctor Who really loudly and chills my spine, whoop, like that. Oh, it's good, man. If you can put up with English humour and English TV, Doctor Who is second to none. It's cheesy, but if you get on with it, it's cheesy in the right way. And it is just glorious when you get a good plot. Don't get me wrong, some of the plots are terrible. I mean, utterly terrible. You have a fair point, man, and I am cheesy as frack. I mean, cheddar, so, you know. Seriously, if you can put up with it, oh my god, there's some great plots. There's some tear-jerkers, there's some amazing, oh my god, that is some fantastic moments, and there's some really shit ones. Unfortunately, that's where turning to maybe the odd illegal method might be a little bit helpful. Stop turning! Pirate Bay! Sorry, I've got this cough.
Formation!
I do recommend starting not with old Who, because anything you can result. HBO, not okay. It might be on one of those, but I don't know if it is or isn't.
The enemy show.
But I do recommend starting it. So probably either the 1996 movie, which will introduce you to the 7th Doctor, and the 8th Doctor, or skip that entirely and start with New Who in 2005 with season 1 with Christopher Eccleston. It doesn't really matter, because I mean, most of Doctor Who that you need to know, you probably know anyway. It's literally TARDIS, time and relative dimension in space, Doctor, companion, travel around. The only reason why I say start with the 1996 movie, although it is probably bad, it gets you in the mindset. It's cheesy British. Okay, admittedly the movie is a little bit Americanized, but that's besides the point. But it's cheesy. It gives you the background of the story of regenerations of one Doctor into the next, and introduces you to one of the historic characters called the Master. And Time Lords. BritBox. It might be. If it has any worth, it will be on there. Takes notes. Honestly, if you start watching Doctor Who, and if you get stuck at any point, particularly with New Who, just ask me. I've watched it so many times. Walking encyclopedia right here. I mean, I have the same space dedicated in my brain for Doctor Who as I do Formula 1. So, if you get stuck, Just ask. Mandy, do you watch Doctor Who?
Victory!
Or Flappy?
General!
Here's an idea. I'd be very happy to host something on Discord where we could all watch Doctor Who together. I'd be very happy to do that. Flappy, give me a poke tomorrow and remind me that I've said this, because I will forget. That's one problem with my brain, is I can remember everything until I have to remember something, then I can't remember it. And then I will try and sort something out.
Forward!
That's the thing is with Discord, it's too handy not to have, isn't it?
Attack! Victory! Orders, onward! Sir!
And what I'll do is I'll try and do, say, a night or two a week. I'll try and host. You have to be very careful with Discord because you don't want to be breaking copyright laws. So by hosting movies and whatnot on Discord, you can't host a watch party. So we'll see what we can do. But if anyone wants to do that, watch Doctor Who with me. Starting from like the 1996 movie, which is again cheesy as frack. We'll give it a go.
General!
We could do that 1 or 2 nights a week. High five, Lepsa. Okay. Okay. And what I can also do is then post full-length reactions on YouTube if anyone wants to watch that. It'll probably just be my face, so that'd be like, let's not do that. Let's not do that. We'll figure something out. You got me really excited thinking about Doctor Who now. I went to an old girlfriend of mine took me to the Doctor Who experience a few years back, and it was glorious. It was utterly glorious. Fortunately, the thing is no longer there anymore. But oh my god, was that a fun day out! And that was in Wales, in Cardiff. That's where they filmed most of it, of course. And Torchwood.
The seer can offer no... Units! Advance orders! Units! Group! Units! Units! Guard position! Fire at will! Trioria! General! Trioria! Units! Form up! Signal line! Signal line! Has started! Trioria! Forward! Has started! Has started! Forward! Trioria!
So these guys are attacking me across the bridge. Now they are running into my guys because they're trying to escape through my guys. These Gorms are clever. What are you guys back here doing? Oh, you're throwing spears. war. It's brutal. So far they've lost.
The enemy army is in flight.
56%.
Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
It is an old game. There you go. 100% of them dead for 5% of my guys. Wow. And they attacked me. Idiots. I'm surprised I managed to kill 36 of my guys, actually. Yeah, you got me thinking about all these characters from Doctor Who. I mean, there's some so rich and interesting ones. Particularly, I can't really mention too many of them because there's too many spoilers. And that is a term. Spoilers. Is used from Doctor Who.
General! Attack! Besieging settlement, sir! Settlement under siege, sir!
Ah, River Song, beast. My heart. Oh, was it? We all have channels that we follow, particularly for gaming. My one at the moment, in particular, is Veil Race. I love some of the stuff they do. I know people do like Yogscast and all that sort of thing. But, you know, I like our own small little corner of the internet, and Twitch and YouTube. But we all have our own personal favourites. The demand, please do not attack. Accept or we will attack. The diplomacy of these, the Gauls are, interesting. Decline proposal. Didn't it? Alright, hold on, mate. I'm on it. Not sure why it didn't. It should have. It's probably timed out or something. Because even if you get a forever link from Discord, it does seem to only last a little while. There you go. Well, mine doesn't seem to work. I mean, I always click it, so it is the forever link, and it just doesn't work.
That's what she said.
Ay, caramba!
Exactly. Oh, okay, that's just me then, isn't it? I just need to make sure I click the right thing. You're not lazy. You're just busy. That's different. Okay, this one make losing money is starting to get a bit annoying. So we can't have cities just losing money. For the glory of Rome! Are you not entertained? Okay, so now I have 700. This is going to be about even. is going to be a big battle. Now, what's scary to me is
Men,
some of these battles
we
involve
face adversity.
thousands of men.
Unit, my order. Form up. Triarii. Units, group.
Ooh, how did I do that? Not even sure how I managed to do that. There's a button on here which I don't know what I pressed. There we go. There's a button on my keyboard which I don't know what I pressed. Wonderful. Okay, there's that.
Units, fire at will. Single line.
Okay. Anakin, take the high ground. There we go. You underestimate
The
my
ferryman will
power.
be busy today. The enemy have brought more men to the fight.
General. Forward! Units! Units! Hurry! General, at the double! Orders completed!
The one thing I tend to do is go right up to the edge of the map, so they can't get around me. It's a little bit sneaky, I know. Now they're going to attack, rather than both forces at the same time, one at a time. Which is good for me. Saying it, they're not that far away from each other, so that's not quite so good for me.
Units! Move! Move! Units! Double time! Triarii! Forward!
Here they come.
Units!
Let's speed it up a little bit.
Attack! General! Quick fire! Bring ready attack! Orders completed! Hurry! Forward!
The enemy general is running away. This is no way for a leader.
Oh, I thought
to
they couldn't get
behave,
through that.
But
Shit.
in battle, it's beyond belief.
Attack quickly! General! Regroup! Attack quickly!
The gods be praised.
I thought that was an
Enemy's hearts are
immovable
full of
or
fear, and now they
unpassable
flee.
object in the field. It was not. Whoopsie doodles. And we have a space to play in Elden Ring. Shocker.
Hurry!
Do you know what? I'm not going to wait for this fight to come to me. No, come on, cavalry. Stop getting involved with people you shouldn't be. And it's just evolved now into just, like football, just crowding around the ball. Where are you guys running off to? Traitors.
The enemy general is running away. This is no way for a leader to be. The enemy army
now
is
we
in
continue
flight.
battle.
Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
Chase him down. Leave no man alive. They're very ginger, aren't they? Ooh, that was their general. Ooh, some more left. Run, bitch! Run! Come on, guys.
All Rome will be amazed at such a victory. The day is ours!
Victory! For Rome. Caesar. Yeah.
Sir! Forward! Prepare to ambush! Sir! March! Moves depleted,
Yes,
sir.
expanding the borders a little bit.
General! Move out! No more moves, sir!
I wish the city would hurry up and bloody expand. Well, I haven't looked at my diplomates for a while, have I? I wonder what that's happened to them. I left one in Ukraine. I don't know where the other one got to. Okay, this is going to be the same battle again, so I just skip that. Okay, one got to the Ukraine.
Can I be of service? At
Oh,
once.
there's one.
I shall speak with them at
Let's
once.
bribe them. Let's see if we can get the city. Oh, I can. Okay, I've got Crimea. Crimea. That was easy.
I shall speak with them at once.
So I get for having a lot more money than some of the others. That couldn't have been easier. If only Putin had thought of that, eh? I'm just going to pay him money. Let's not touch that topic. Right, where is my other diplomat? There he is.
Can I be of service?
Send them that way.
General, forward! Prepare for battle! Victory! General, attack! Victory! Attack! Victory! Attack!
Simple battles like this, it's just not worth doing them.
Victory! Moves depleted, sir. Attack!
That city will be
Imperator.
ours soon enough. I can't believe I just got. Yeah. Oh god, we've got Chechnya? Crimea. We've got Crimea in one move. Hey, there's the flaps there playing a little bit of. It's nice to say. Steep, that's the one. Yeah, you can screw that, man. If you think I'm doing a jump and a and that's trip down that mountain, because that's just like a nope for me.
Sir,
I'd fall over looking at it, let alone skiing down it. The rioting, what a bunch of people.
Oh, that. Hang on. No one saw that. No one saw that. That was not supposed to happen. No one saw that. Okay.
Nope, no one saw that. Saw what? Oh, plague in Macedonia. I can hear a helicopter behind me. I mean, not directly behind me, but there's an airfield a couple of miles behind me, and whenever the helicopter starts, the Coast Guard, and you can always hear them. Because obviously helicopters are that damn loud.
Imperator, sir. March! Sir! Imperator, prepare for battle. Victory! Attack! Victory and glory! Attack! Victory and glory! Move out! Joining forces! Prepare for battle! Imperator!
Looks like I'm about to get another city. Do you know, I didn't get on the Burnout Revenge, but yeah, I know obviously some people do, but just one for me. I like the concept of them, just go around, you know, crashing the cars at very, very high speed. It sounds great fun. But some people do that by mistake in Gran Turismo. Saw that coming. Bunch of bastards. Right. Gonna lose that city. Never mind, that cost me a lot of money to effectively get nothing from it. Well, you keep doing what I do, keep starting new games, don't you?
Prepare for battle! Victory! Engage the enemy!
It's too easy just to start a new game. I mean, at the moment I still have Doom and Control on the go, but because I couldn't bring myself to play anything that wasn't just slow pace like this today, where I can literally put down the control or mouse and then change what I'm doing, I just couldn't face it.
Attack!
I think we do the same thing, Mandy. No, I just wanted a nice chill game. And sometimes it's good to have a lot of games on the go. Also, you kind of don't want to start a 6th or 7th one. Because at the moment I still have, I've also started Grand Theft Auto, playing with mostly Sarah Hawkey recently. And that's on top of other games like Sea of Thieves and various other console games. So, you know. I think I need some good single-player games. I mean, this one for instance. And some good multiplayer games on the go. That's what I'm trying to do, find a balance. And this one's just going to be my chill game. Is this one finally? Oh, this one is Iridium. How can a landlocked city have a port? Doesn't make much sense, does it? Yeah, looks like the Segesta is going to be upgrading soon. I wish they'd hurry up and just take that city. If they wanted that much, I would have given it to them. Well, when you finish the quarry, you can go back to Alien Isolation. What I half recommend is having a you know, like a cork pinboard of games that you want to play, games you are playing, and then you have a set amount that you're allowed to move into each category. So, say you've got like 5 on the go, make that your limit. Deal. Make that your limit, and then put games that are up next. Maybe put them in for a what you do on Discord. You do a vote. You could put those 5 in there and put that across into the next playing. You get the idea. Obviously, I do think having a selection for yourself. I mean, admittedly, it's how I play the entire time. I do things I want to play, because what I was doing about 6 months ago was playing GT Sport because I felt like I had to do GT Sport, and I burned out the category completely. I mean, how often do you see me stream GT7? Not very much anymore. That is mostly down to the servers being shit. However, it's because I burned out from the category a little bit. So, I've been doing ones which appeal to me. But I need to take a step away from that and start doing things that people want to watch. Somewhere in the middle is probably the good middle ground for that, isn't there?
Imperator! Attack! Victory! General, orders! Engage the enemy! Besieging settlement, sir! Settlement under siege, sir!
Okay, so my faction leader died. That's right, there's a replacement. That was easy. Okay, red team's now making money for a change. So that's a good sign. Okay, I tried to end the fight between me and Sifia. It's not going to happen. Yeah, that might be a good idea. That might, that might be the simplest way of doing it. Sometimes it's easy just to do that.
Settlement captured!
And now I have a new city. And Germania wants to come talk to me. Okay. The Germans are here.
Your Honor.
They're not taking this one yet. Jesus. Okay. Need to go and find some other
Without delay.
civilizations so I can find some more trading partners. Okay. Oh yeah, I'd forgotten you started playing Mass Effect. That's a big game, you know. That is a very big game. So you might be set for the next few months.
Orders, engage the enemy! Victory! Prepare for battle! Victory! Onward!
I mean, that'd be good though. I mean, I hope you really enjoy Mass Effect when you start getting really into it. I mean, it took me 6 months to do Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. But I went off it for about 2 months. I mean, I was having problems. That was before I upgraded my PC, and because I was, you know, all the crap I run for my OBS and all that sort of thing. I was running way too much, and my old processor was going, I don't like it. So I ended up having to wait until I upgraded my PC properly. This now runs beautifully. That was very profitable. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to retrain all these guys and then get Patavayam, that one. I would not be Roman. They pick me out straight away for not being able to speak Latin, wouldn't they?
We're besieged! Sir, prepare for battle!
Get out of it.
Imperator, march! Out of move, sir.
Yeah, let's upgrade my military forces a little bit more. Hey, there goes Augusta. So we're starting to pick up a little bit of a pace now. We know we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 main cities, with one over here is about to be lost, thanks to a dick move from a ally, which is now no longer an ally. Dick move. But we're building up our northern Italian area, shall we say.
Imperator, march!
If I'm quick, probably.
Engage the enemy! Retreat! No more
Yep, didn't see that coming.
Sir. Orders? Leaving the army. Onward! Joining forces. Out of move, sir. Orders? March!
Whoopsie doodles. Okay, let's make sure I don't overstep my self with the economic side. Okay, yes, I lost that one. We knew that was coming. That was ambitious for me to get that one in the first place. Over ambitious.
Imperator!
Yes, I'm not sneaking into that one just yet. Oh, but I do have a spy.
Your Honor, watching and waiting.
Oh, they have next to nothing in their forces. That's an easy capture. I'm going to drive out the Gauls from Italy. Get the Gauls out of Rome. Do you know what I miss, though? Some of those... I mean, admittedly, when I was younger, I absolutely hated them. But all those movies based around, you know, Rome, Cleopatra, Egypt, there were hundreds of them. You know, Spartacus, etc., etc. That were always on TV, and they were like 2-3 hour epics. And as a, you know, 5 to, say, 10-year-old with mild ADD and all that, I couldn't sit and watch them. Now, I'd sit there all day and watch them.
Imperator!
I miss those kind of epic movies.
March!
And the last one I could really think of that went that way, aside from like Lord of the Rings and all that sort of thing, was Gladiator. You just don't see them history epics anymore.
Onward! Imperator! Away! Daryl! Onward! Imperator! Daryl! Orders! Onward!
Again, I love those kind of movies now. And the one that was, you know, massive, particularly before I grew up, was Cleopatra, which was like a 3-hour epic based around Julius Caesar and Cleopatra, and then Mark Antony and Cleopatra. Basically, Cleopatra sleeping away towards what she thought was going to be the Roman emperorship for her son. Okay, admittedly, the son was Caesarion, which was Julius Caesar's son. But she tried to get it again with Mark Antony. So, yeah, but that was an interesting epic story. So I'm fighting a cough. Excuse me. And she was known as the most beautiful woman in the world. In fact, Elizabeth Taylor was quite a looker. But there is an interesting story about that. During the middle of filming, she suddenly appeared with a scar on her neck. And you're going to have to forgive me, I can't remember the reason as to why, but she almost died in the middle of filming. They had to perform a tracheotomy on her. She suddenly had a scar in the middle of her neck. It's visible for all to see during the movie. I mean, admittedly, they try and hide a little bit of makeup, but they don't quite manage it. This is true. Ooh. But there are so many stories now of actors dying during the middle of filming. Paul Walker for one, and they just digitally recreate the actor. Couldn't have done it back in the 60s, could they? It would have to have been a look-alike and a sound-alike, which they couldn't have done. For that role in Cleopatra, she was the first, I want to say woman, but I'm not sure if this includes all actors and actresses. But I'm going to just say woman because this is the fact how I know it. She was the first woman to be paid $1 million for a role. So she was very, very sought after for her acting abilities and, you know, on-screen presence. And she originally asked for that because I believe she was getting divorced or something to that effect at the time, and she didn't want the role. She said, "Give me $1 million and I'll do it," thinking they go, no, we're not going to pay you that, and then they paid her it, so she had to do the role. But one little fact I do like about that whole movie is the guy who played Mark Antony. For the life of me, I can't remember his name, but he's the narrator in Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds. And why can't I remember his name? That is going to bug me. Richard Attenborough? No, I can't remember. Richard Attenborough was the guy who was in Jurassic Park. Was it the same guy? That's gonna bug me. 1998 Merlin movie with Sam Neill. Is that the one?
The enemy general flees. Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too. The gods be praised. The enemy army is in flight. Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
Hello, Miss Hawkey. Helen Boland cast and James Earl Jones. No, I didn't.
All Rome.
How you doing, Miss Hawkey?
Victory!
Oh yeah, and Sam Neill. Yeah, I did see it then. I remember seeing it at the time, and I only remember the end scene. I don't know why. It's the only thing I remember. But Sam Neill's character at the end is old and aged and all that sort of thing. He comes up to his love interest. I don't think it's Guinevere, because that would have been with Lancelot and all that. He comes up to the woman, and Morgan Freeman. That was Robin Hood, I think you find. And he comes up to the woman, and then his horse comes out. And she's like, oh, that horse is still alive? I mean, shouldn't there be... It doesn't matter. And he's like, well, it's still got a bit of magic in it, and so do I. And he just goes, whoop, like that, and he's suddenly young again. And then she's young again, and the horse is young again. And that's all I remember from that entire thing. Yeah, and Miss Hawkey, I'm going to announce this for you. Suddenly, is now COVID negative. So, very good for you, Miss Hawkey. I'm glad you're feeling better. It's not really an announcement, is it? It's just more like, yay time.
Forward! No more moves, sir!
Yeah, and, Morgan Freeman, I'm fairly sure, was Robin Hood with Kevin Costner and all that.
Orders! Engage the enemy! Besieging settlement, sir! Settlement under siege, sir! Orders! March! Joining forces! No more moves, sir! Forward!
And thank you for joining us, Miss Hawkey. We are currently playing a little bit of Rome Total War. And I'm trying to get more power by taking over the Roman Empire, the Roman world. So far, managing. Let's just have the Gauls try to invade me, and then I've beat them back. Now I'm taking their land because they did it to me first. You like that one, don't you? It's an old game, this one, but I like it. Oh, the Gauls are sending their diplomates to me. Yes, I know it's pronounced diplomats, but I said it wrong earlier on. I've said it that way ever since. I'm sending the diplomates out everywhere.
Without delay.
Oh, there's the Hawkey.
I try and race still with my values of like respect and on and off track sort of thing, if that makes sense. So I know a lot.
Oh, absolutely, respect.
Orders! Engage the enemy! Besieging settlement, sir!
Yeah, someone please clip that. It was just a little nudge, but it was done.
You got that goal, Miss Moo. That's all that matters.
I got one. You still? Oh,
Settlement captured!
Ah, deep chats. Those are the best ones, though. Deep chats are often 1 or 2 in the morning are the best things ever. Of course, when it ever involves us lot, particularly when playing Jackbox, it's not particularly a deep chat, it's more a very, very shallow, thinly veiled chat. Full of innuendo and lots of swearing,
Ay, caramba!
for instance. It's good fun though. Respect is very different on GT7. Very different.
General! General!
That one in there.
Imperator!
Oh good, I can do that in this one.
Orders! Imperator!
The idea here is to try and make sure all your individual little mini legions
Orders!
are up to fighting capacity. I think these ones are. There we go. Yeah, and Sarah, we obviously saw you playing Man of Medan. How far did you get into it last night? I know me and Mandy have played it. We haven't played it together. We played it separately. But it's good fun. The whole series, Man of Medan, Little Hope, and House of Ashes. I couldn't remember the third one now. It's good. And I'm not going to drop any spoilers for you, Sarah, but the third one is weird, but in a good way. I mean, I hate when people give spoilers. Oh, you actually completed it all the way through, I didn't realise. Who died? I'm going to guess Conrad, who is the brother of the main woman. I'm going to bet the siblings died. Julia and Conrad. Am I right? And did you say it was free on PSN at the moment? Because if so, I might give it a download. I mean, I've already got it for the PC, but it's well worth having on all consoles to play with various people. Ah, so Fliss died and Julia. You got Conrad to survive. Well done.
Your Honor. Spying.
Yeah, never put your controller down in that game. Ever. Oh, so you get the brothers alive, Mandy. I've played it with Katie quite a few times. We've got all of them to the end, I think, once. Most of the time we end up with Alex, the little brother. We end up with him dead, or Conrad.
Orders!
I keep forgetting I've got the keyboard on.
Attack! Victory! Attack! No more moves, sir. Imperator.
Let's get rid of some of those town guard because they're not very good. Yeah, the Empire is building up a little bit now. So that's good. It's a little bit light on generals. It's all good. I bet, Sarah, you jumped at the eel bit in the ship, didn't you? In the plane when you go diving at the right beginning. So I get caught me the first 2 times.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
General, engage the enemy! Victory! Imperator, engage the enemy! Victory! Orders, march! Sir! 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 Orders! Orders! Sir! Orders!
That bit catches everyone out. Caught me out a number of times. It is good though. Does that mean, Sarah, are you going to be playing Little Hope anytime soon? And Mandy, you've played Little Hope and House of Ashes as well, haven't you? I remember talking to you about it. I don't know if it's just I'm hearing my voice for the first time. It sounds like I'm really quite croaky. Or maybe it's just husky. There is actually a 4th game, which came out before them lot. I can't remember its name. Got a picture of a skull on the front. I genuinely can't remember the game. Nope, it's not in there. But there's a 4th game set before them all. Until Dawn. Thank you! Yeah, you both got it right. It's one I haven't played yet. But apparently it is only 1 player.
Waiting.
Yes. At once.
Your Honor. No more moves, sir.
Yeah, it is made by the same people. And Mandy says she loved it, and I'm fairly sure Katie loved it too. And for those that don't know, that is the Misdented of the Lemur. And Sarah, if you fancy a little bit of GTA in about, say, an hour or so, give me a poke and we'll figure out something. So I get a feeling with this game, I can only play it for a couple of hours, and I'm going to be a bit more like, I want to do something a bit more explosive-y. What do we have to do? I have 6 regions controlled, and in the space of 13 years, I've gone up by, well, 4. So that's like 1 every 2 and a bit years. 1 every 5 turns or so. So I'm on course to do 50 by 50, 50 provinces by 264 years. Yeah.
Your Honor. Watch.
Need to keep going at the pace I'm going. Ooh, I got Pontifex Maximus. I'm head of the council. Doesn't mean anything in this game, but it does mean that the Roman people adore me. And Pontifex Maximus basically means king of all Romans, or emperor, which is, by the Republic standards, heresy. Because the Republic was supposed to be divided up into a manor and controlled by a manor, which not one person was in control of everything. It used to be a minimum of 2. So you used to get consuls. I'm not sure what censor is, but it used to be like 2 consuls would co-rule. So censor to me is a bit, I'm not sure what that is, but Pontifex Maximus is, hang on, Pontifex Maximus is Pope. Anywho, I'm Lord of the Romans for a couple of turns. It doesn't mean I can do anything. I mean, in the medieval Total War, you could, if you're head of the church, head of the Catholic Church, you can set a crusade. Program files. Where could I get a copy of this Total War, not the remastered? Let me have a look for you. I don't know if it's still on Steam or not. Let me look.
That's what she said.
Are you a fan of this one, by chance?
Bitch! Run!
Why don't I just go into my own library and have a look? Store page. Well, it's still on there. Rome Total War Collection. Oh. Okay, it's still on there, but I don't think you can buy it off Steam anymore. I might suggest your only bet is probably eBay. Pick up a DVD, CD based game. Otherwise, you'd be looking at torrents and Pirate Bay and all that sort of thing. Downloading a game, not good. Otherwise, try Epic Games, perhaps, or look in. I'm not sure they still do it, but Game, G-A-M-E, as in the store, used to do PC games and CEX and that sort of thing. They used to do PC games and DVDs that you could probably pick up second-hand ones, unless you can't find, if you can't find it in a place like Epic or something like that. Epic Games. Well, I thought it was still on Steam, but because I bought it before the remasters, obviously they've discontinued the sales of the original, which I didn't see coming, if I'm honest. So unfortunately, I don't know. No worries. Hey, if you like what you see, feel free to give us a like and a follow. Feel free to come join us on Twitch as well. Obviously, this is simultaneously broadcast to Twitch and YouTube, but you get the idea. It's just there's a few more benefits to being on Twitch. Like you get to get yourself a little avatar that you see walking around the bottom of the screen down there, and you can come and join the chat, come and join the conversation. But as soon as program files pops up in your chat, you're like, uh-oh, that doesn't look good. I thought Microsoft was coming to tell me off. Hit me and you both, man.
Move out! Ready to ambush! Orders! March! Moves depleted, sir. Build tower.
Yeah. I
Orders?
suspect, like, program files there. I prefer this generation of war game because the graphics suit how I like to look at things, whereas all the new ones are all bloated and they're all over the place. I tried to play, it was like Empire Total War, and what was the other one? Napoleon. I just could not get into it.
Engage the enemy.
These ones just feel much more natural and flowing. That's why I'm playing near a 20-year-old game on a modern PC, which can probably run it off one core. It's neither here nor there, is it?
Forward! Out of move, sir! Sir! Forward!
The only problem with this is I had to install a program file in this because it was running. As you can see now, it's running at 70 frames a second, which is a bit odd, but anyway, it was running at 12 frames a second. So I had to Google how to get it to run at, you know, a higher frame rate. I had to install a file because it's such an old game. It tries to run it off integrated graphics for some reason, and it just sits there and basically shits itself. It's software related, so not much you can do about it. Well, now I can, but... Sweet. Enjoy your drive, Miss Hawkeye. Take a picture of a site for us. Whatever that may be it your car, Instagram, you know, whatever. You get the idea. Enjoy yourself. I'll probably play this for another hour or so, and then we'll discuss some GTA for a couple of hours. That's always good fun. Flappy, do you have a PS5? You have a PS4, don't you? You said PS4 for the GT7 earlier, didn't you? Just trying to get a crew together to run GTA 5 on the PS5. Sadly not. Not GTA. PS4 and 5 GTA are split. GT7 is fine. Did you say GT7, not GTA, didn't you? Earlier. I swear. Oh, I thought you said GT7, not GTA. Or have I just misread what you were saying?
I shall speak with them at once.
The farts of appreciation. Roland, welcome to the channel. Thank you for the follow. Feel free to come join the conversation. But now you're here, you get yourself a little avatar you see down the bottom down there. Feel free to customize it with ! avatars. And there's loads in there, like from Pokemon, Mortal Kombat characters, Resident Evil, Final Fantasy, cars. I said Pokemon. There's shed tons in there. Help yourself. Thank you, Mandy. But feel free to check out some of the mods that you see around, like Flappy, Manny Moo Moo, Sarah Hawkeye, all good streamers in their own rights.
Daryl. March!
But seriously, thank you for the follow.
Attack! Moves depleted, sir.
At your service. Watching and waiting.
It's like the Gauls are getting their ass kicked. I should be careful actually, because I'm leaving my entire provinces down here completely unguarded.
Onward!
Because I'm a noob.
Sir! Orders! 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 Onward! March! March!
And as Mandy says, welcome. Here we do a little bit of everything, from Gran Turismo to Grand Theft Auto to other things that begin with GT. I mean, variety. We do variety around here. Including, same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. I saw a couple of TikToks the other day, and it was, I think it was entitled theme tunes from, say, cartoons or something. If you remember these, you're old. And the first one up was Animaniacs. And I was just like, oh god, I'm old. And then it was like Tasmania, and you know, all those sort of ones. And like, oh, these are great. And then I just remembered I'm old. If anyone else has got Animaniacs running through their head right now, yeah, you're as old as me.
Sir!
The Animaniacs, they've got baloney in their tracks. In the slacks. In the slacks, damn it! I can't even get the lyrics right.
Imperator?
Hooray, we've upgraded the sewers. Wonderful. It's actually a modern problem, sewers. A lot of the ones that have been engineered in, say, London, particularly in like the Victorian era, are still in use, and they are just not coping with the amount of deluge of, forgive me, crap coming through them. From
Imperator!
the obvious stuff to like
Attack!
sanitary products of various kinds and people flushing various things that they shouldn't. It's horrifying. I mean, there's, again, TikToks and all about people clearing out fatbergs and all that. It's horrible. It's not good. Why did my brain go there? Jesus. I just had a fortnight of feeling ill. It's like I'm trying to make myself feel ill again. Clever me.
Sir.
Oh dear God! Co Brown! Co Brown!
Nabby! That's a good one, dude. I'll give you that. Don't make me laugh, please. Oh man, that was good. That was properly good. It's a shame in this game you can't put money into making things manufacture faster. It really is. What game is it you could do that? Civilization 4? I think it was. It was like, oh, hurry up and just build it quicker. I'll pay you extra. Might be Civilization 5 as well,
General,
actually, now I think about it.
Engage the enemy! Moves depleted, sir.
What happened to my spy? Has he died? Probably. Okay, so the Gauls want a ceasefire. They want me to give them back 2 cities after they attack me. No. So let's do a counter offer of they can go and screw themselves. They can give me that. And I'll give them trade rights. Nope. Okay, they can go and screw themselves. And I'm going to attack their city. Hey, I never start a war, but if someone starts a war, I will finish it. It's true, you know. Okay, the Dacians, the Athenas are now my allies. Where are they? Is that them? No. Is that them? That's them. Okay, good. Just never let your guard down 100% in this game, because they will come and try and skull for action. So I'm now worried about the Germanic tribes.
Sir! Prepare for battle! Besieging settlement, sir! Settlement under siege, sir!
And now the richest faction, that just makes me a target. Okay, let's upgrade my military a little bit. So I'm suddenly very aware that I haven't really been doing it. I'm building up the infrastructure so you can get around a lot quicker and easier, but it is a recipe for just waiting for people to come and attack you. You don't have a large army, or in my case, any military in there at all. What's going on here? Oh, okay, here we go. Starting to get some better units. So he's got total defense of 19 and 10 compared to 17 and 10. Oh, that's not even that much of a big increase. Oh well, some increase is better than none. So when they start getting up to the 30s and all that sort of thing, start becoming quite strong. I mean, it's, historically speaking, it's going from I can't say the word leather cowhide to like chainmail and that sort of thing.
I shall speak with them at once.
Leather. Why can't I say that word when I need to?
Your honor. General.
I'm going to build a port for one of my cities. Okay, my economy's up and running beautifully now.
General.
I kind of want to send a couple of full shields down south into Egypt and take a load of land down there, but if they are miles and miles away, it's really hard to get reinforcements to them. It's also very costly. And I'm not stupid, so I'm not going to do it. Unfortunately, some of these turns I literally just skip, and just keep going. Yeah, you do what you got to do. Ooh. Ah, this is me trying to take the Paris region. Let's do this battle. Let's do this full battle. For the glory of Rome! Oh! I know that's 300, but who cares?
The Gauls fool themselves. Units! By orders! General, units! Group! Units! Guard position! Fire at will! Units! Cease fire!
Okay, I'm not going to start in this dip. I mean, Anakin has... Yeah, that would give Anakin the high ground. Let's not do that. Trees. Sand. Etc.
Units! Single line!
The ferryman will be busy today. The enemy have brought more men to the fight.
Run, bitch, run! Oh. Why did the game go off then? That was weird. I clearly pushed the wrong button or something, didn't I?
Group disperse!
Oops.
Battle group!
I meant to do that.
Single line!
There we go, finally got the buttons right. Ish.
Group dismissed!
What am I pushing? Oh, I'm pushing G.
Unit!
That'd be right. I thought I was pushing R. I can't quite see the keyboard underneath my microphone.
Units! Double time!
I'm not the best touch typist in the world. This might be a very one-sided battle from the looks of it.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from
Whoa.
our men.
In that whole attack, I took out 25% of their entire force to the one guy they got on mine. And I can point him out. He's probably about there. No, I can't even see my one dead guy. Uh-oh. Oh, that's just the wrong way, sorry. Don't try, Anakin. I have the high ground. We'll probably be a bit better if I actually had better archers. Well, actually, some archers. But the point still remains.
Units! Move! Move! March! Move!
Order completed.
Come on, I think you're hard enough. Come on, ghouls. You guys attack me. Well, technically, I attacked their city, but that's besides the point. No, wait. They started the fights. They picked a fight trying to take my city.
Units! Double time! Units! Double time! Units! Hurry! Hurry! Units! Hurry! Hurry!
We get behind them. Are they seriously chasing me? we are. I mean, what the hell?
The enemy general is running away. This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond belief. The enemy general is slain.
To me, did that
and
look
now
a
his
little bit
men
like,
fear us. It is time to press the attack.
I don't remember his name.
The enemy
Hannibal.
army is in flight. Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
There's a thumbnail if I ever saw one. Oh dear. That's just a massacre. They took out 12 of my guys to me taking out 800. That is just an absolute slaughter. They didn't even take out 12 of my guys, they took out 10 apparently. The maths doesn't add up there properly, but you know. Got him! Hell yeah. That's a polite way of putting a massacre. I mean, Jesus. What's with them wanting me to blockade that port? Do it yourselves. I don't really listen to the Senate. I am the Senate. Oh wait, that's Star Wars. Okay, we're going to be clever on this one. We're going to build up the stone walls first, just in case I get attacked. This one's definitely going to be a military outpost. So let's do that first. I'm pretty sure the Germanic tribes are thinking of coming for me. One thing that always gets me though is when you look at ancient history, is how long some of these civilizations have been around for. Rome was around for the best part of 1,000 years. I mean, the Empire itself was probably 600-700 years old. I can't remember the exact dates, but it's somewhere around 500 BC, if not further, to like 200 AD. Ish, I can't remember the dates. And then it split into two. One half became the Eastern and the Western, and one half fell, and then one half became the Byzantium Empire. These ancient empires were around for hundreds of years.
I shall speak with them.
And then you look at current... I'm going to use the word empire loosely. If you look at the British Empire, that lasted 100 years. The American Empire, I mean, it's the strongest army, strongest military power in the world and all that sort of thing. It's been in its current form since the end of World War II. And then it became a global power. Sort of World War I, World War II sort of time. That's not very long. That's 100 years. But obviously, with modern technology, things move faster, things rise and fall a lot faster, particularly economically or company-wise. They rise and fall very quickly. I mean, if you look at, say, something like Nokia, biggest mobile phone company in the 2000s, now is nothing virtually. And you get the same thing with empires and all. They rise and fall very, very quickly. But Rome was around for many, many hundreds of years, and they're still discovering. Sorry, I'll try it. Got itchy nose. They're still discovering things about it, how it worked, lost cities, and all sorts. It's absolutely mind-boggling. It literally stretches far north as Scotland and as far south as Egypt. That's a massive amount of space. I mean, that is Europe, basically. And to this day, they still find Roman artifacts in weird places, like America. I mean, it'd be one hell of a thing if they found some in Australia, though, wouldn't it? They find a Roman sword in Australia. Like, ooh, they went everywhere. I wouldn't be too surprised, though. It only takes one random Roman on a ship to get lost at sea. Viking ships in Canada. That's been more or less well, it has been confirmed now because they found Viking burial sites and you know where the archaeologists excavate areas and they find post holes and that sort of thing. They can more or less date them back to certain times through carbon dating and all that sort of thing. And through the artifacts, they're definitely confirmed. And not to mention, some of the places in Canada are named after Norse things and places, so the history's there. But they've confirmed that Vikings were easily there first. Aside from the indigenous people who came across on the land bridge from Alaska and Russia and all that sort of thing. The world would be very different if the Norsemen had managed to keep a foothold in America. Carthage is another thing that's gone. Thanks to the Romans. Oh, I can build assassins now. Build assassins? I know what I meant. Spies and assassins, let's do it.
Your Honor. Awaiting your command. I shall
Let's go and talk to the Egyptians.
Out of moves.
We haven't done that yet. There's a channel on YouTube that I follow. For life of me, I can't remember its name, but it's hosted by a guy called Simon Whistler, who does loads and loads of mini documentaries regarding various topics, from buildings to people to biopics and all that sort of thing. and he did a series. You know the guy, the bald guy who started advertising hair products, which is quite amusing. Anywho, who went over a load of the Roman emperors, you know, like Nero, Caligula, and you know all of them. And it's fascinating. But excuse me on this one, but it's amazing how fucked up all of those Roman emperors were. I mean, they were absolutely horrid people. And when you see the movie Gladiator, that's like the tip of the iceberg of the guy wanting to sleep with his sister to create a pure blood, you know, heir. That's like the tip of the iceberg of what they got up to. It's still fascinating, but weird. I think that's fair.
Your Honor, I shall speak with them at once.
Excuse me. Okay, we're making progress. We're getting the map uncovered now. Okay. Damn Gaul spies. Oh, it's Germania. Okay, so they're definitely ramping up their attacks on me in terms of
Who shall die this
espionage.
day? He shall be removed.
Time to get my espionage on.
As you command. Move depleted, sir.
Okay, and there's been an earthquake in my provinces. Wunderbar. Doesn't seem to have done anything, so that's quite nice. Excuse me, what tends to happen if you've got any armies out there, they tend to get bounced around a bit and then they end up losing some soldiers. It happens in a city, then you lose buildings. Okay, I'm going to put the city back to low tax rate so they can make more babies. That's what they do. That's what Rome does, apparently. Okay, apparently I'm at war with these guys. Well, it's the rebels.
Prepare
So
for
let's just
battle!
get them.
Prepare for battle!
I know this thing.
Victory!
Do you know what? I didn't like the cartoon app. I did like the comics.
Forward!
There's something about the animation of it that was unsettling, and I don't know what it was. But hopefully you know what I mean. That some animations
Sir!
just don't sit right.
Move out!
It almost make me feel queasy. Some of them, but not that one. But I don't think I like the style of it.
Killer waiting for orders. Move depleted, sir.
If you go back and watch anything from the 80s, you can tell it was drawn in the 80s and it's quite funny, but anything from the 70s, cartoon-wise, just makes me feel queasy. Do you know what? Yes, I'm right with you on that one. Exactly. Nickelodeon animated. Hated it. I don't know if it was Nickelodeon, but Rugrats. I couldn't watch it. I mean, it physically made me... You're gonna... Yeah, you said the opposite. The intro song, yeah, iconic. But I couldn't watch it because of the animation. I just couldn't watch it. So the Egyptians are moving around. Offer me an alliance. Yeah, why not? I'm building up my allies. I loved Hanna-Barbera. You go back and watch Wacky Races and Flintstones and all that sort of thing now. The animation is so bad. Don't get me wrong, a lot of them were drawn in the 60s. If not earlier, 50s and 60s. And you've got to give them a lot. I mean, they probably did most of those cartoons for like 8 people. But don't get me wrong, some of the things are absolutely iconic. And I'll still watch them. Their animation is so poor. It's quite laughable. And if you watch Flintstones, it's just the same thing going across the background, just like this. It's just on a reel. That's all they've done. That's it. Yeah, exactly.
Who shall die this day? Death approaches. Can't do it, sir. He's a dead man. Move depleted, sir.
Yes, master. Searching for clues. Searching for clues.
I've got the Rugrats theme in my head now. That was on one of that list of, if you remember this, your old ones, you know, with alongside Animaniacs and all that, and Tasmania. And now that is not coming out of your head for the rest of the day, Mandy. I guarantee it. Flappy, you're younger than me. So stop that. Yeah, all I'm thinking about is the Rugrats scene. That's all that is going on in my head.
Your Honor. Watching and
The
waiting.
Grot of Dial-Up Modem, let me be old. Alright, I'll give you that, man. Yeah, the mum with the hair, like the sideways Marge Simpson with big glasses. Yeah. I think the animation was quite scary.
Your Honor.
You know, within, you know, sort of reason. It was just
Searching for clues.
awkward,
At your
wasn't it?
service.
Who shall die this day? He's a dead man. I can't do that, sir. As you command. Move depleted, sir.
It was just very unnatural animation, I think. Probably the best way of putting it.
Move out! Imperator! Orders! 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 General! Sir! Leaving the army! Sir! March! Forward! Fortify position! General!
Trying to find the perfect level so I can leave a contingent in the city and take some with me.
General! Onward!
Might just have to leave the
General! Move out!
guy there here. Yeah, that'll build my forces up. Apparently I've disappointed the Senate again. I don't really care. Ah, now I'm starting to be able to make archers. They are so poor, though. I mean, missile attack 8, defense 3. They're just... Why would you build them? I suppose they can just continuously fire rather than throw one spear and that's it. Bodger and Badger! Flappy, you might not know that one, mate. That's a very, very British-centric one. Very British. I love mashed potato. I actually hated kids' programs as a child.
At your service.
Even then, I found them quite patronising.
Die this day.
There was one that was called Play School. And it used to have a bus which drove across the screen and went to wherever they did, and they did their things and all that sort of thing. And I found all of those types of programs horrendously patronising. And Flappy, you're going to have to YouTube Bodger and Badger. There's one guy who's called Bodger and a Badger. That's it. But the one I did like, there's a couple of programs I did like, was Finders Keepers. That was a good one. Funhouse. Pat Sharp. That was amazing. I've forgotten all the other ones. Power Rangers. Ones that didn't patronise children, as I was back at the time. Funhouse. It was a whole lot of fun. So I'm only humming it because I can't think of the lyrics. Well, that's the thing. We're all gonna have grown up in areas which are very geocentric.
Your Honor.
Zap was the one I was trying to rename, and it was one of it had a comic book on it. Kaj Osh, a parrot and a frog that was friends. A parrot and a frog. That sounds very specific. But I liked Zap, which had it was like it was a grid of like 3 across and like 5 down, and so you had about I don't know 12, 15 different pictures across this grid, and it would have a different sketch for each and every one of those, and then it would per episode choose which one they're going to go to, and it would be anything from a pair of hands which did art attack was another one by the way, to a load of just really bizarre sketches, and that was just one that made no qualms about what it was. It's just silly, and that was the idea of it. Daisy. Yeah, do you know, I was thinking about her. She was one who walked around even really animated expressions, wasn't she? I was thinking of the chef and oh god, I can't remember them all now. I cannot remember them at all. But Art Attack. Oh my god, Art Attack with Neil Buchanan. Well, that's a classic.
At once. I shall speak with them at once.
As you look back at all of these shows now, most of the stars are either dead or in jail for something or other. I'm not joking.
Your Honor. Searching for clues.
Who shall die this day?
I approve, Flappy.
Yes, Master. Spying. I can't do that, sir. Spying. Secrecy is assured. No more moves, sir.
Who shall die this day? His life will end. Who shall die this day? As you command. Moving to position. Who shall die this day? As you command. Can't do it, sir. No more moves, sir. Who shall die this day? I can't do that, sir. I can't do that, sir. As you
Yeah,
command.
start going into the
His
sabotage
life will
business
end.
now.
No more moves.
The idea being, if you sabotage some of the buildings, that you can upset the population there and they can riot and kick the governing state out. So you can pick up a province quite easily. As soon as they kick out the governing state, it's just rebels there and they're quite badly armed. And then you just go, whoop, I'll just take that. Without having to declare war on everyone. So espionage in this game is really helpful. I'm going to put you back to low tax rate, high growth, because you need to manufacture another 965 humans. No, wait, 2,965 humans. Need to pump them out like a factory. Something weird about that statement. I've definitely got Bodger and Badger on my brain now.
Yes.
So, I sent a picture of this to one of my friends at work, which she doesn't get it. I'm going to hang a Batman costume in my closet just to screw with myself when I get Alzheimer's. And the caption is, was I Batman? Yes. I was clearly Batman. She doesn't get it. Bless her.
At your service. Spying.
Assassin ready. He's dead. His life will end. On my way. On my way. Assassin ready. His life will end. Not possible, sir. As you command. He shall be removed. No more moves, sir. Assassin ready. He shall be removed. Assassin ready.
He felt like a sack of shit.
Moving to position. No more moves, sir. I can't do that, sir. Out of moves, sir.
City's expanding. Good news. I don't need that anymore. Alright. Let's do that one.
Killer waiting for orders.
General.
War Dogs, wasn't that a song? No, it's War Pigs. My bad. Close enough, eh? She gets it now. Bless her.
Noble master? I shall speak with them at once.
Funny Bones! Yeah, I read a book of that.
I shall speak with them at once. Out of moves.
Down the dark street, down the dark. That thing, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that so well. I loved Funny Bones.
Spying.
Any other good children's programs? The one I always liked was Centurions, which is ironically named after this, where they would have things beamed to them from Sky Station or something or other, and they'd wear it, and it would give them like the ability to fly or to become a tank or something or other.
Waiting for orders. He's dead.
Ah, that was a good one.
Can't do it, sir.
It had
Do it, sir. On my way. Out
had a
of
couple of evil guys. Can't remember one of them. One was called Cyborg or something. Yeah. But one of my absolute favourites, which is very me specific, was called Dino Riders, which I never saw past like the 3rd or 4th episode because it was just never on TV, and I saw the same one open up over and over and over again. They did like a couple of seasons of it. And what had happened is these guys in the future had used the time crystal to escape from Zorg, something or other, and then they went back to prehistoric Earth, like more than 65 million years ago, and their spaceship had crashed alongside of the evil dude, and they basically enslaved dinosaurs to fight wars with. There was a whole series of toys and all that sort of thing as well, which were very popular,
killer.
which I
waiting for
loved.
orders. He shall
Don't
be
know if I still got
removed.
any though, but it's
On
one of those
my
things. It
way.
was cool back
No
in the
more
day.
moves, sir.
It was like
Assassin
a similar
ready.
thing to Power Rangers, but not.
Engage the enemy! Out of move, sir! Orders? Forward! Imperator! Move out! Sir! Move out! Imperator! Forward! Imperator! Imperator! Sir! Onward! Engage the enemy!
I might have to look up Dino Riders, see if I can get the rest of the series on YouTube or something and watch it. Just to find out what actually happened in the end, if they ever get back to the correct time period. Transformers! That was another good one. Not the freaking movies. The movies can frack off. Didn't like them. It's just not for everyone, I guess. It went for me. I liked the original. Oh, fun fact: the guy who voiced Optimus Prime in the cartoon is the same one who voiced Optimus Prime in the movies, and I think that is a great callback. Some near 30 years later. I like shows that pay homage. If they do at least take over from something from the past.
Your Honor.
They pay homage to it.
Searching for clues, Your Honor.
An homage.
Spying. Secrecy is assured. Moving. Moves to move, sir.
Imperator, attack! Besieging settlement, sir! Settlement under siege, sir! Forward! Out of move, sir! Imperator, onward! General, onward! General, forward!
At your service.
Assassin ready. He's a dead man. He's a dead man.
No, I've not heard of that one.
Assassin ready. His
Angry
life
Kid.
will end.
I know that one. Did you watch Two Angry Beavers? I liked that one, it was just silly.
On my way. Assassin ready. Can't do it.
It had a really
sir.
catchy theme to it, but I can't
Dead.
remember it at this exact moment in time.
He shall be removed. He's a dead man. As you command. On my way. No more moves, sir. Assassin ready. On my way. Moves depleted, sir.
There's some really weird kids programs out there. There really was. It's fairly obvious. But the Queen's Nose was one of them, which was all about a 50p piece, which for those not in England is a coin. And it had magical properties. When you rubbed the Queen's nose, you could make a wish. Apparently there was Bernard's watch as well, which you could stop time or something like that, which I didn't watch, ironically. But my lord, was some weird shows. I remember the one I watched. I don't know if it was the first season or not, but the big reveal in it was there was one of the actors in it was a kid boy, which was actually a girl dressed as a boy. I remember that being quite a thing for that show.
Assassin ready. His life will end.
Okay, I better not try and attack my
Death approaches.
allies. Let's just be clever.
Can't do it, sir. Moving to position.
And I wouldn't make a
Assassin
mistake like that.
ready. I can't do that, sir.
Turns out I had
He's
it.
dead. Assassin ready. Assassin ready. Moving to position. Out of moves, sir.
Sir!
Oh, big battle, big battle. Where's this? Oh, okay. Ooh, this might be my first loss. This is going to be interesting. Okay. We're going to go for it, though. What other good cartoons were there?
Today is a grim day.
Or kid shows, particularly back in the 90s.
Form up! Units, group! Units! Units, units, double time!
Oh, now you've made me hungry. What did you get with it? In detail, tell us what your order was. And 9:30 sounds good. I'll finish this about half hour's time, about 9:15, and then we'll jump on some PlayStation. I never watched Recess. Sarah, we're talking about old. I say old. I mean you're younger than a lot of the shows that we were watching, like Bodger and Badger. You probably won't know that one. Or Funhouse, which is very 80s. But we're talking about old children's programs and that sort of thing.
The enemy have brought up reinforcements in a pathetic attempt to save themselves.
Of course, most of the children's stars from back then are now either dead or in jail, as I alluded to earlier. I'm trying something new. I've gone for crispy chicken Illitanio burger and chips. That's chicken. You got to get the nugs. You got to get the nugs. It's nugs, not drugs, kids.
Units, double time! Units, hurry, hurry! Units, hurry, hurry!
Okay, I think I'm going to be losing this battle.
Units, hurry, hurry! Units, fire away!
Yeah, I always share a box of 20 nuggets with myself. See, the thing is with this, these, like, what was the coconut on it? It says, often it says share size on it. Selfish size. Oh, I have a shot of winning this. Some of their forces are running away already. Come on, Romans, we can do this. For Rory Williams. Hashtag not dude. Where are you going? I'm watching you. Don't try and flank me. I think they're trying to flank me. I'm doing my best. Don't run away, you cretins!
It would be better for your
Oh,
general to
dear.
fall on his sword than live another day. He is running away.
Uh-oh, it's falling apart. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. Ooh.
Gods
Got the
be
general.
praised. The enemy general is dead. His men know their doom approaches.
This is weird.
Units, hurry, hurry! Units, attack!
This is not going that well. Yep. My forces are crumbling.
Units,
Come on, Romans! Be Roman!
The enemy king runs from the battle. Will his men follow, or had they more backbone?
Come on, come on, come on, come on! We can do this, lads.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers,
We won.
only frightened rabbits running from our men.
Result! Not sure how, but we did. I mean, I must have lost 72%.
All
I lost. Wow. I lost 450, 60, 70 men. They lost. Holy cow, 1,000. That's a hit for the birth population around that area. Result. We are Roman. Hashtag. Oh. Again, 300. I know.
Your Honor, I cannot do that, sir. At once.
Hmm.
Your Honor, I cannot do that, sir. I cannot do that, sir. Without delay.
Your Honor, spying. Spying at your service. Searching for clues. Moving. Moves depleted, sir.
Daryl, Imperator.
Okay, so yeah, I lost most of my forces in that one, but... And now we're a bit refreshed.
Daryl.
Good news, everybody! Wait, that's Futurama. Once again, we meet at last. Which, FYI, Futurama is coming back sometime next year, and so is Dragon Ball Super! Dragon Ball Super is coming back! Sorry, I just remembered and I suddenly got very excited. I've got a mate of mine who I've known for many, many, many years. About 15 odd years. Thereabouts. And we always talk about Dragon Ball and whatnot. We got into it relatively late, actually, in our early to mid-20s. So it was already... Z was already finished by then, by many years. But Super was about to start. Anywho, getting to the point. Dragon Ball Super finished in 2018. No, Dragon Ball Futurama is returning with a series. Original cast. Did you not... Have you not been told this? I get to break the news. Futurama is coming back. Full cast. I promise you, I'm not making it up either. Sometime either late this year or next year. But Dragon Ball Super is coming back, and after it finished in 2018 or something like that, there's been nothing. Okay, there we go. There's been no details regarding Super at all for like 4 years, and it was announced I think on the 5th of July, and I've been happy about it ever since. So I'm looking forward to that. It's something I watch when I'm at the gym. So I go on the cross trainer or the cycling thing, and I just sit there watching on my phone Dragon Ball. I used to watch Top Gear when it was on, as in proper Top Gear, not new Top Gear. And I just sit there watching that for an hour. Easy way to burn 500, 600 calories just by sitting there and watching your favourite program. Admittedly, if I was doing streaming and sitting on a treadmill or bike or something, I'd burn hundreds of calories a day. Admittedly, it probably wouldn't be great content, but
Prepare for battle.
fitness-wise, it'd be good.
Sir. Forward! Out of move, sir! Sir.
Trying to find more weeks.
No more moves.
Yeah. The tricky thing with Futurama is it's got such high expectations and things to live up to. It could easily be shit. I mean, they managed to do... Each time it's been cancelled, they managed to leave it on a really good note. Particularly with, you know, Fry and Leela and how they've ended the series. And they've done it beautifully, twice. Can they do it a third time? Hopefully without being cancelled. Hey, Curious. How you doing? We're talking about old TV shows and stuff today. Oh, particularly kids shows. I mean, stuff from well before you were born, but... You know. You and your Teletubby generation. Actually, even that's probably old, isn't it?
He's a dead man. He's a dead man. Moving to position. Killer waiting for orders. His life will end.
Has something happened to my stream? No? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, your stream is still working.
Moving to position. Assassin ready. His life will
We're playing an old game today.
As you command.
Kudos. Obviously, you've heard us talking about. Well, I've mentioned the kids' TV and all that sort of thing. This is. It's got me nostalgic, I think. No, Flappy, tell me that's not true. I knew she was adult age now, but I didn't know. I didn't know that. Hey, that's really good, man. Holy shit, Flappy. Thank you, man. I think I left you the sub and then I went to bed straight after, which sounds like me. I mean, I've been sleeping so much recently. I mean, yesterday I got home from work at 3 in the afternoon. I was back for a couple of hours. I must have been asleep by about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I slept right through to about 10:30 this morning. Whatever I've had, I'm still not over. So I'm just sleeping all the time. So I'm pretty much going hi on Twitch and whatnot to everyone, and just going like that straight after. So good, man. I trust you. Yeah. That is 16 hours of sleep. That's how it works. So whatever hit me the other week is still with me. But hey, I got to sleep for like 16 hours. I feel actually I didn't feel refreshed this morning. I woke up with a thumping headache. So you know. Oh, sorry to hear that, buddy. Hope she's looking after herself, and she's up together with all of her jabs and all that sort of thing. So that's not ideal. Good. I mean, as we know, Sarah's just had it. Dented Lima's just had it, Katie. And so have so many others. But that means she's going to have a week isolating to make sure she can get back to work. Okay. And make sure you look after yourself as well. Just try not to catch it. You've had it before. You've had COVID before, haven't you? Either way, you don't want to catch it again. And just because you've had it before, you don't want to catch it again. It's not fun. To have any sort of respiratory problem, particularly when it comes with nasal congestion and all that sort of thing. I don't need to tell you this. It sucks.
Your Honor. Spying.
And for all those that are here and haven't already, give Kulios a follow on TikTok. He does some good stuff. Yeah, the antibodies disappear rather quickly, annoyingly.
Imperator.
Oh, here comes the Germanic tribes.
Orders. Orders. Sir. Sir.
I'm getting a little bit fed up of all these tribes trying to kill me.
Assassin ready. He shall be removed. On my way. Assassin ready.
LTT recommending not
Death
to call your
approaches.
PC. Water call your PC. Yeah, weather similar to Africa is. It happens every so often. It's all to do with the convection currents of the jet stream and global climate change and that sort of thing. It's stuff we're going to have to get used to and start dealing with. But I'm more concerned with LTT not recommending water call your PC. What the hell? Yeah, all negative now. Double vax. The best way to describe it is that you're really bad cold flu with congestion, or you're snotty for a while, but feeling much better. Good. COVID's got to the point now where it is far less deadly because it's mutated to a point where it's more infectious but less deadly. But it's just not nice. Let's face it, it's just, you don't want to catch it. But it's probably good that you had it and got it out of the way, Sarah. So, you know, it's done. You don't have to worry about it for at least a couple of months. Just try not to catch it again. So I know, as you all know, Miss Denta Lima, she's caught it 3 times now. I mean, I do keep telling her to stop going around licking people, but it's besides the point. Good night, Miss Mandy Mir. It's been a pleasure having you here, as absolute always. You take care of yourself, and I hope your mum feels better soon. And I hope to see you streaming one of your games shortly. One of your many, many games. Well, there is one better way to call your computer, and it's thermosiphon. Never heard of it. Is it like a Peltier cooler? Well, we'll see you shortly, I hope, Mandy. Take care.
Orders. March.
It goes air cooling, water cooling, and then a thermosiphon.
General.
Is that like dunking the radiator end of an AIO into a water tank or something like that? You know, like a artificial refrigerated section. Because I have a little bit of an engineering background. Thermosiphons are just as good as water cooling, but without the risk, without water. It just sounds like you've got a gigantic metal plate on it or something like that. Actually, that would be the best way to do it. So I have a slight engineering background from many years of family, working in engineering and mechanics, and I did a couple of years at uni. And yeah, I've thought of a few ways to increase the thermal efficiency, shall we say, of thermal transfer from CPUs, and I've mentioned it to you before, Kulios, and that would be a liquid metal AIO, which would be like something similar to mercury. Obviously, you couldn't probably use mercury because of its properties and sheer poisonness. But if you could engineer it in such a way that it was not impossible, but very difficult to puncture in all those other factors, theoretically, a liquid metal AIO rather than water coolant would be absolutely fantastic and great, particularly for like a 12th gen Intel. It would be expensive as sin as well. But some people will pay premium poundage, dollar, whatever you want to call it, for such a product. I mean, if you were to make it £1,000 for an alright, over expenditure, 500 quid for a, say, liquid mercury AIO, one which didn't, rust is the wrong word, react with the other metals in the loop, and it would transfer heat around to the radiator so much more efficient than a water-based AIO. You'd make so much money from that. Why aren't I patenting that word? It. Should I go into business and have a midnight ISO AIO for PCs? Coming September.
Your Honor. Searching for clues.
Assassin ready. His life will end.
The problem with how liquid coolers work is that it evaporates the liquid to go over a wider surface area and transfer heat easier.
Moving to position. Out of mood, sir.
I'm just going to nod on that one.
Assassin ready. He's dead. Moving to position. Killer waiting for orders. He shall be removed. As you command.
Your Honor.
Since you talk about fog and steam and gaseous substances, you get into the Leidenfrost effect and that sort of thing, don't you? I would imagine it would be to do with the various temperature differentials, the delta between hot and cold. Because if you get your hand and dunk it into liquid, I want to say it's iron, which is obviously at several hundred degrees. As long as you have a little bit of water on your hand, that Leidenfrost effect, it just boils the steam off, boils the water off into steam, and you don't even feel it. As long as you don't go donk and leave it there, like you go donk, donk, you're fine. You have like a second or so. It's fully fascinating though, science. And so much technology in PCs now is scary. I mean, you only have to look at consoles to see how much they've increased in the last 10 or 20 years. I come from a generation where consoles like the Super Nintendo and there's the SNES and N64, which is a bunch of circuits, just a clonk, go. Now it's Blu-rays and discs and M.2s and solid-state drives. It's absolutely mad.
Settlement captured.
It's great. I love technology. I still don't know why they don't make a you know, so you've got the 3.5 inch floppy 3.5 inch hard drives. I don't know why they don't make a 3.5 inch solid state drive. Make solid states bigger rather than smaller. We've got the M.2s, which are like this, which have a terabyte capacity and a a normal hard drive, which is 3.5 inch, that can hold 20 terabytes. Just make the solid state one bigger. Make it more expensive, but make it bigger. That's me just being petty, isn't it? Should be expensive as sin. I'm not liking the fact all these Germanic tribes are coming down from the north.
Sir, orders. Forward! Moves depleted, sir! Sir! Sir!
Right, I'm probably going to leave it there for this stream. We'll come back in probably about 20 minutes. A little bit of GTA for a couple of hours. So let's give that a save.
Ay, caramba!
Exactly that. So he succeeded. Right, so let's give a raid to... So let's see who's online first of all. Need to refresh that before we do it. Mine, I run a 1200K now, it's down below 90 degrees. In fact, I'll run HW monitor now and have a look. Voltages. Mine, seeing a bit of Flapster. Mine currently is running at 44 degrees. I know it's not stressed or anything like that, but when you run Cinebench, it runs in the 80s. You just got to undervolt it slightly, and then crank your radiator and fan, well, your fans on the radiator at 100%. Without undervolting. Okay, I'll give it a look. Thermosiphon. You say it's on TikTok. I'll have a quick look in the break and see what it's about, so I can talk to you about it. And on that note, let's give. We're going to give Britas, however you pronounce it. Nice giant. Okay. We're going to give Britas a raid who's playing I Am Fish. Let's face it, no one's really playing Total War games. So, no, we're going to stick with that. We're going to stick with that. So, I'm going to say, see you all in a moment. And, yeah, it's been fun. So, catch up with you in a few moments. So, back in 20. Bye. You really are.